Hey everybody, call me Felix, and I know the real reason why you're here. It's to watch my confused reaction to the Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 coronation, but you're going to have to keep watching to the end of the video for that. Give me about 25 to 30 minutes to get there. Until then, can I interest you in a street food review from the Mercato Ni Nanay Ces night market pop-up from Saud Beach in Pagudpud? Well, great. But first, I'll throw a recap of the night market weekend thus far. Over a 2-day event, we had not just the Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 pageant crowning and 80 local Ilocano vendors showcasing their food and wares along Saud Beach, but we also had the toughest chili eating contest the North had ever seen thus far. We all had to bend the knee for the new chili king in the North, Chris, our friend from Smoked Restaurant in Poway, as he outlasted a dozen or so competitors without breaking a sweat and without having to eat a ghost pepper. My assistant Warren, a chili-eating greenhorn, participated in the chili-eating contest and finished 4th and bowed out before the habanero rounds. Still, Warren can keep his head held high in the top 4, sufficient qualification for the Champions League of knockout chili-eating competitions perhaps. Warren will keep training for super hot chili peppers, and there will be more Boy Tapang type vlogs for him in the near future, so watch this space. After the chili spectacle and a fiery sunset gave way to the first night of the Mercato, we supported Chris and cousin JP by trying out a few choice items from their menus. But the best bites of the night, in my opinion, came from Zephyr Cafe, based in the Blue Lagoon side of Pagudpud, with their trio of tasty Filipino-Mexican fusion street tacos. In short, they tasted just like Mexican street tacos, but with Filipino ingredients, particularly the indigenous alucon salad, a highlight paired with the lengua taco. However, it was the juicy pork jowl taco with green mango salsa that was the most delightful of the trio. You can check out the first couple of our Saud Beach night market videos by clicking on the Pagudpud Road Trip 2021 playlist that also features some of our adventures from our last few trips to Pagudpud in the new normal era. I promise it makes for fulfilling viewing, and so check it out, and better yet, please subscribe so you don't miss any of our fun food and travel videos to come. From there, it's onwards and upwards to this very video, night 2 of the Mercato Ni Nanay Ces. And just like the first night, we only showcased 3 stalls, starting with a pulutan or bar snack stall featuring an enticing menu that nearly pulled me into ordering everything. There's the comforting fried stuff like the chicharron bulaklak and chicken butts, but there was also one other uncommon fried street food delicacy that piqued my curiosity: one-day-old chicks. This was the first time to try this infamous fried snack, and so you should keep watching for my reaction. There are also carne asada fries that look nothing like their picture. Were they decent tasting though? Also, there's one item on the menu at Toroidal Avenue I didn't mention yet that wound up knocking our socks off. Can you guess off the menu as to which item it was? From pulutan and beer, we searched out for more beer. A premium coffee stall also specializing in dispensing Filipino craft beer on tap and in cans. There were some refreshing yet bold wheat beer and session ale to be had at Coffee Plus. But there was one beer I had been pining for, a boldly malty and bitter beer, similar in taste profile to Stone's Arrogant Bastard back home. Why yes, don't mind if I do. And this strong ale was the perfect companion for the food from the final stall of the night, and it was the Carolina Reaper beef brisket sandwich combo from who else? That guy with the chili farm in the windmill town of Bangi, that mad scientist chili farmer and holder of the dragon's breath, our new friend Nurani from Chingado Chili Company. Nur doesn't just grow chili and make specialized chili sauces, but he's also an aspiring barbecue pitmaster. We had an interesting chat on camera that I did not bother cutting too much from, as it was a pleasure to spotlight a local Ilocano in Nur, who is doing something unique, not just by growing a variety of chili peppers, not just spearheading the super hot chili farming industry in the Philippines, but also in raising awareness of the multifaceted range and tastes of chili peppers by incorporating them into a slew of familiar American and Filipino recipes. With a malty strong ale and Nur's Carolina Reaper beef brisket sandwich combo, it felt like we were transported to a brewhouse gastropub by a tropical beach, sampling the kind of fare and beer you'd find in a microbrewery back home in the States. You won't want to miss all of the food in this video, leading up to my confused thoughts over the Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 pageant. Oh, and this video ends with people playing with fire, literally and figuratively. And with that to look forward to, on we go. Warren, you know what time it is? It's Pulutan time, right?
Oh yeah.
On day 2 of the Mercato in Saud Beach. Well, this is one stall that has all kinds of awesome pulutan and all kinds of comfort food. So what we're gonna do is, it's late afternoon. I'm absolutely scorching under this heat. We're gonna go back to our hotel bar and go snack on some pulutan and have some beer. How's that sound, Warren?
That's so good.
So good, yes! And they have hard liquor if you like it. Alright, but this is one of the more promising stalls. I have carne asada fries. That takes me back to the States, everybody. And then we have some chicken butt. I mean, you don't lose with chicken butts. I mean, fried chicken butts. I love it. Chicharron bulaklak, I've not had in a while. It's hard to get in Ilocos Norte for some weird, bizarre reason. And then we have one-day-old chicken. So this is basically the best of, like, American, like, upscale. I don't know if I would call it American, but just because it has carne asada fries. But, yeah, it's like going to Quiapo Market, as it were, mixed up with carne asada fries. Hey, how about that? Alright, so I did promise a pulutan round. So the wisest thing to do here at the beach is just buy your pulutan and then hang out here and then just buy some beer. Yes, buy some beer. Yay. They only have San Mig Light here. Cheers. So, we have one-day-old chickens here. Some chicken butt. Some chicharron bulaklak. And then some carne asada fries. I was kind of more excited from the picture that it looked like carne asada fries that we get back home. And then I saw that they grated a den cheese on it. And that the steak was not grilled. It was already made into a sauce. So I'm like, uh-oh. So you know what? Let's go to the one thing I'm pretty sure is pretty dang good. It's chicharron bulaklak.
Oh boy.
Now, I've not had chicharron bulaklak in Ilocos Norte. For some reason or other, it's always unavailable. So, I'm sating a big craving here with chicharron bulaklak with some vinegar and onion. There we go. So, I'm getting more of the crispiness. Usually for me, the gratifying thing about chicharron bulaklak is the kind of like creamy, chewy bit. I'm not getting that here. But it tastes pretty clean. Tastes pretty clean. I think it satisfies the wanting for chicharron bulaklak. That vinegar is not really punchy though. And here's some fried chicken butt. You can't lose with fried chicken butt. And they put it in some spicy sauce, which kind of looks like sriracha, but I'm sure it's not. Oh, that's the blood sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, so they gave us 2 different types of sauce for the chicharron bulaklak. There's some blood here. Oh, I love dinardaraan. So I think this is the next best thing. Chicharron bulaklak and dinuguan. I think I need to really immerse that in there. To have that creaminess that's a little bit lacking. The chicken butt is not really that crispy enough though for me. Feels like it's battered a little bit. The spicy sauce, I wasn't expecting much out of it because it kind of has like that orange glow of like sweet ketchup. It has like a slight sriracha twang. Okay. Oh boy, one-day-old chickens. You know, they only let these things live to be a day old, everybody. Don't know. Because actually, I haven't had one-day-old chickens. So this is the first for me as well. I think you can just crunch through it. And then we'll put dunk them in some vinegar. How about that? To me, it tastes like a chicken that had crossed with an egg. Like, inside carcass is a little bit creamier than you expect out of a chicken. What do you think about the dinuguan? Bulaklak with blood sauce. Much better?
Yeah, well, for me, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a little more satisfying. Now, I think, like, as far as blood sauces go, This is not on the level of like Eagle's Nest or like Jammy Rose. I mean, if you can see those videos where you can get a really good dinuguan with really distinctive blood sauce, this is not that. But it does add some creamy savoriness that was lacking. Okay, let's try our carne asada fries. So this I'm a little less excited about once I saw how they put it together. So it has some beans, and I think that the steak in here, the beef, came with the sauce with the beans. Now typically carne asada is fresh grilled, char-grilled steak, which this was not. They didn't see any steak cooking while we were there. It was mainly all this other stuff that was being cooked. Oh, that was being fried, but this is carne asada fries. Okay. Sweet carne asada fries too. It's more of like chili fries, like chili cheese fries than anything. With more of that smoky frijoles flavor. Smoky pinto beans. I was expecting gourmet carne asada fries when I saw that picture. Okay, this is more like chili cheese fries that you get from a place that doesn't specialize in chili cheese fries. It's a tad bit sweet, but thankfully not too sweet. We're gonna try our kuchinta later, but we're gonna finish all this food instead with our beer. Yeah, it's hot. So the chicharron bulaklak was pretty good. 1 day old chicken, unfortunately for me, is not crisp enough, and there's like not just a creaminess, there's a bitterness to that. There's not enough spice either, so I would not get that again. Chicken butt has that nice like buffalo wings sriracha flavor I like. That's about it. That's all I have to add to that. So we're gonna have some kuchinta and yema dip. I'll use this fork. Black kuchinta with yema dip. So this is one of their dessert items. Yeah. Look at that. So all the yema dips on the bottom. It almost looks like it's been emulsified into caramel. It almost has like a black sesame seed sweetness with some grated toasted coconut. And the yema dip, sometimes with yema I get like that strange, it's like a strange buttery flavor. Not even a buttery flavor, it's almost like rootsy in its taste, which thankfully I'm not getting. It's almost as if it's like a very light caramel shrimp taste. So this I like, not bad. Alright everybody, we're at a stall called Coffee Plus. Now personally I don't drink coffee at the night because I'm an insomniac. If I do, I will stay up all night wired as wired could be. But they have craft beer as well. And I had their strong ale with 8.5%, which they tell me is a strong ale, but it didn't taste like an arrogant bastard, but it tastes like a souped up Red Horse. Yeah, that's what it tasted like. Souped up Red Horse with some like maltiness and hops. But yeah, I'm gonna have me a wheat beer, I think. Yeah, wheat beer. This is the type of wheat beer you don't put orange in. Keep note of that, Blue Moon.
You can taste, you can smell some like a banana peel.
Oh yeah. Let's see. It smells like Hoegaarden. A little bit. It's kind of closer to the Belgian wheat beer. Yeah, and you don't need any citrus there.
And the Chingado beans, barbecue beans, baked beans.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this. A real Carabao skull this is, right?
It is.
And then you fitted these horns on, or?
No,
or
so
these
they came with it. I got the whole carcass.
Yeah.
And I processed it for about 5 days.
Okay.
Worked on it, cleaned it up. This actually took off. So I took the entire thing, cleaned the inside so it doesn't rot.
Right.
And then I just put it back on. And I created a hook for it to fit it to this tape, to this bar.
That is awesome.
Yeah, really nice.
Real Carabao skull. really, really cool. And befitting the man who had the chili eating contest. And then we gotta go to your chili farm someday.
Thank you. Yeah, you should. You should. You gotta check out the chili farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you invited us to make a special papaitan.
I did.
Yes.
So it's going to be the Ilocano's take on the Bicol Express.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the Ilocano papaitan with the Carolina Reapers or various super hot peppers.
Ooh, they're
to
here
spice
too.
things up.
Oh gosh, they're here, Warren, to remind you of to remind you of the
little
pepper
something for
concept.
Warren.
Oh goodness.
I got a little something for you, Warren. Yeah. I prepared a cookie for you.
Oh no.
You ready for that? That's called the death cookie.
Well, this is for one of your blogs, Warren. Remember, Boy Tapang blogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to be up against Boy Tapang?
I would want him to go up against Boy Tapang of Cebu.
Oh my, Boy Tapang, if you're watching, Warren might be your next match.
Yes!
Yeah.
Come on. I want to challenge you boxing.
Oh, in boxing only?
Come
Not
on,
on chili contest? Oh,
Really
come
good,
on.
Warren.
Carolina Reaper.
I think you can take him.
Yeah.
All he has is courage. Well, you can't. You can beat him though.
I think so.
Yeah, I know so. You placed fourth as a rookie in your first ever chili contest.
That's awesome.
Isn't that?
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
So Warren, who hasn't experienced any chili eating contest at all in his life, placed fourth, and I think that's a sign of good things to come for you, Warren.
Yes.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming your way.
Cheers.
In terms of chili eating. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers,
There you
everybody.
go.
Yes.
It's from the Little Bad Baker.
Maybe one of these days we'll blog about it, Warren, to
Yeah, that's
eat your
awesome.
death cookie.
Can I try it now?
No, this is for the blog. No, this is for our blog back home.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll save it for that.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll save the tasting for the farm as well.
Oh, yes.
Appropriately enough.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I've got freshly picked peppers. I'm hoping to attract more people to come and see the farm. Introduce the Carolina Reapers to them. Introduce the super hot peppers to them.
Yeah.
So they get an understanding that there's a lot more to chilies than just the labuyo. Right?
Yeah,
People know
absolutely.
the labuyo, but there's so many and there's a lot of flavor. So there's one that actually tastes like mango.
Yeah,
and
I know.
there's one that tastes like jackfruit. They're delicious. They're
Right.
delicious, and I gotta get you to taste them at the farm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is like the first. I don't know. I'm not sure, but this is like the first I've heard that's like at least way up here in Ilocos.
Yes.
That you're like the first one doing this,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
And farms like here are basically few and far between so far in the Philippines, right?
That is right. That is right. So we've got chili growers in Nueva Ecija and in Isabela. But then ordering those chilies to get here takes a couple of days at least.
Yeah.
And you don't get the freshest when they arrive.
Sure.
So I've decided, I make my own sauces, and so grow them so that I get a fresh supply.
Sure.
Speaking of sauces, that's my recent creation,
Ooh.
and I call that Satan's blood.
Satan's blood, but here it's not as spicy as it sounds.
Oh,
That's what I heard from some people. I don't know.
From some people.
Some people like the ones who won the chili eating contest. This is what he said.
We gotta get him on video eating this. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap.
Yeah, let's get Chris to do it, Warren.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll drag him over. But yeah, that's what he said. He's like, oh, Satan's blood. Yeah, it's a bit mild.
Oh yeah. I got one person saying Satan's blood doesn't taste anything, and he was almost taken to the hospital last night.
What? Well, it sneaks up on you then.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Well, that's
It
why
does.
they call it Satan's blood. It
Yeah.
sneaks up into your bloodstream. That's the way it works.
It does.
All right. But you do more than just chilies, right? You also do barbecue.
I do barbecue. So Chingado Chili Company is part of Chingado, right?
Yeah.
And I've got the chili part of it and the barbecue part of it. So
Yeah.
I've got my own smokehouse at home, and the produce that I make at the farm go into my barbecue chili sauces, my chili rubs, and my pastrami. You should try my Carolina Reaper smoked pastrami.
Ooh.
Brined for 7 days.
Oh my.
In a Carolina Reaper and coriander and all the good stuff.
Ooh.
Brined for 7 days and smoked for 22 hours. And it's just,
Ay, ay, ay.
yeah.
You don't have any on hand?
Right now I don't, because I've just done pure Carolina Reaper pulled brisket. I can make you one.
Ooh.
I'll make you one. I'll send it to you and do a video and tasting it.
Ooh, most definitely. That sounds
yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for Katz's Deli pastrami replacements.
Oh yeah. So my recipe was inspired by Katz's, because I love Katz's.
Oh, I love Katz's
Yes.
Deli.
Oh, I love Katz's.
Yes.
So and there's only one way of eating that: rye bread and mustard, right?
Wow,
So
do you even bake your own rye bread?
I have a baker who makes rye bread for me.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll send you a whole sandwich, and yeah, it's inspired by Katz's with a Chingado twist.
Wow, that sounds outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you just put like, I had a hole in my heart that's now been filled. So this is awesome.
I got you, Felix. I got you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna make us some brisket sandwiches.
It's nearly done. It's
nearly done.
It's right here. Yes. So I've got 2 Carolina Reaper smoked brisket sandwiches for you,
Awesome.
with the Chingado signature pickle.
Ooh.
And yeah, people were coming back for the pickle, and I've run out yesterday of pickles before I ran out of brisket.
Oh wow. Does not happen often. No,
It doesn't. So it also has my own pickled onions. Yeah. So a lot of people do like onion, cooked onions and fresh onions.
Yeah.
But I've decided to take a fresh twist.
Yeah.
On the onion. It's my absolute favorite spice. So if you try it, you get the richness of the brisket,
Ooh.
but then the onion adds that freshness
Yes,
to it.
of course, it should.
It's absolutely delicious. And this is our Chingado barbecue beans.
Ah.
Yeah. So I also cook this for hours and hours inside the smoker.
Ooh.
So it's got a smoky flavor to it. It's not spicy, because a lot of our kid clients they love that.
Yeah.
They love that stuff. So it's got our homemade barbecue sauce. It's got pastrami.
Ooh,
in
the
it.
pastrami?
Yeah. So I smoked pastrami,
Ugh.
added to it.
Good grief. I was going to ask you about the bacon, but you got pastrami
Yeah,
in there.
it's got pastrami.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yep. There you go.
Good grief. Oh, I can't wait to dive in. You're making it even better than it sounds.
I hope you enjoy. Felix and Warren. It's from the bottom of Chingado's heart.
Oh, isn't that nice? Well, thank you so much, Nur. I mean, it's been an awesome weekend hanging out with you,
has been.
especially the chili eating contest, and now you introducing all this awesome food, and of course, inviting us to the farm.
It has been. Absolutely love the ambiance. Absolutely love everything. I love you guys.
I love you guys.
It's my first time to do this pop-up, and the support that I got from everyone was overwhelming. So thank you, everyone. Bottom of my heart. Thank you, Felix. You're an absolute gem.
Oh, thank you so much.
Warren, he's a trooper for joining the chili eating contest. You and I are both amateurs in the fields that we've done yesterday, right? But
Yeah.
we all did good.
Yeah, did awesome. Really did awesome. All right, can't wait to bite into this food. Get right down to business.
All right,
after that.
all right.
And I'll let you know what I
Enjoy.
think, Nur. Thank you so much.
Enjoy, Felix.
Thank you so much. All right, let's chow down on this wonderful food then.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. There's going to be a Miss Ilocos Norte live stream pageant thing. I have no idea if they have the ladies here, but you know what? We already visited lovely Nur from the Chingado, the guy who held up the chili contest, and then, well, and he got us some Carolina Reaper brisket sandwiches. He's a pitmaster here. And hey, there's sun chips. All right. And I just opened up another. So Coffee Plus, of course, I was just saying they make craft beer, and this is their strong ale. I'll just pour that for you. Oh no. Oh yeah, it looks like Arrogant Bastard. I had one of these earlier in the can, so I didn't see what it looked like. But yeah, it has like a nice brown, coffee brown sort of color. Copper brown too. Beautiful. And of course I don't really like pouring my beer like that, but I had to do it on camera, right? Because normally I just tilt it to the side and then there you go. I was a bartender in my previous life. I hope you know that. Ah, okay. So here you go, Carolina Reaper brisket sandwiches. And then this pickle, Noor says is really good. And this sold out faster than the barbecue. That might be a sign that you make really good pickles. It might be a sign that your barbecue is not as great as your pickles. I'm pretty sure that Noor's is pretty good. But here we go. This looks like a pandesal type of bread. We got some, looks like some mayo dressing, like mustard mayo sort of thing, with some pickled onions, I think, or fresh onions, he was saying. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was. It almost tastes to me. Now he's gonna laugh at this. It tastes like Jack Link's jerky, beef jerky. I'd say that's a compliment, because I love Jack Link's beef jerky. Oh man, I wish I was having one right now, but I have this instead, which is also good. What I'm getting is nice smokiness, beautiful, like fruity smokiness imbued into that beef. So it's like, it's fruity, it's smoky. I mean, fruity and kind of, you know how Carolina Reapers have their own kind of like fruitiness, if you ever had one? It kind of has that sort of here, and there's just a little bit of like a little warming heat. It feels really pleasant on that first bite. And I like that creamy dressing on there too. Adds some creaminess. Doesn't make it, adds some moisture too. But I love the brisket. It tastes really smoky. Smoky, just like definitely a smoky, peppery kind of thing going for it. Onions add some freshness, they add some texture. Really well made, well put together. And that spice builds up a little bit, but it's very pleasant. Really pleasant. And it's really flavorful too with that smoky, like the fruity smokiness once again. Gotta follow it up with some strong ale. That caramel malt goes really good with it too. It's definitely craft beer, barbecue, house food. I'm gonna try some of that pickle now.
3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Ilocos Norte 2021.
Oh, we're missing the contest. Oh, okay, whatever. But the pickle's not too zingy with the vinegar. It really feels lush. So I think all put together, the pandasal's kind of acting like a ciabatta bread sort of, you know, texture, kind of bouncy. You got some char marks in the bottom, or a bit of the grilling. I like the sweetness, and then that dressing just kind of adds something and yet doesn't take away from the richness of the brisket.
Crowded now. COVID alert. See it. Red alert, red alert. Look at those.
Warren sounding the red alert. We're in a safe place though. So this is the baked beans, and Nur says that there's pastrami in here. And then we had that talk about pastrami. My goodness, I miss pastrami. That's the one thing that I miss from the East Coast of the United States. And I'm talking Cactus Deli, New York City. There you go. And this too has like, these beans have that nice brown sugar sweetness I love. With that beef. Those beans cooked al dente. Just the right texture, not falling apart. They have a bit of bite. This is also good. Yeah, this is like pitmaster level food. Right here in Ilocos Norte. What do you think of all of this, Warren?
Oh, man, so good.
So good, huh?
No cap. Yeah. I swear it. I will recommend 10 out of 10. This is so good. This is better than burgers.
Oh, snap! Yeah, so you heard it from Warren himself. He says he'd take this over all day over a burger. Well, it kind of depends on the burger, but you know what? This is pretty dang good. Pretty dang good level barbecue. Especially for Ilocos Norte. You can get something close to American barbecue. To the complexity of it. Alright guys, I'm going to enjoy all this food. Never hit this out of the park. is also good. Gotta follow it up with an awesome strong ale too from Coffee Plus. Really, really good.
Red alert!
Super special! Man, they really take this stuff seriously, Warren. It's got its own hype video with very serious dramatic music. What's up with that?
It's Ilocos Norte 2021 is Miss Pagudpud.
Would you say this is rigged? You would never say that on camera, would you?
No, I don't know, but
That's pretty interesting.
big when
We are
we
in
make it.
Pagudpud. Everybody's in Pagudpud. And Pag's Pagudpud 1. It's kind of interesting, what do you think? Someone who could draw the... And then, of course, they put out fireworks. I smell fish out there. I smell fish. Someone has caught a bunch of fish and put it in the air. Somewhere. Warren, I don't get it. I don't understand this movie. Why is it that they were on TV and then they're here? It's like by magic. It's like they determined the result
I
already.
would say it's scripted though.
It's scripted. That's what I was saying. It's scripted. It's like WWE. It's scripted. And then they're out here. What is this? Appropriately, they're playing with fire after crowning Mr. Ilocos Norte. They're playing with fire with putting everybody in that corner. Alright, time to wrap up our Mercato Ni Nanay Ces pop-up videos from Saud Beach. My temptation reviewing these fire dancing clips is to play with fire myself, but I'll have to resist explaining my disgust at the Philippines' obsession with beauty pageants, as it's basically a celebration of the continued exploitative commodification of women, while the locals are up in arms about deep-fried towels at Jollibee and, rabbits for food, both of which are perfectly normal parts and parcels of everyday life elsewhere in the world. Anyhow, let's end this video on an upbeat note. The Saud Beach night market was a rousing success, particularly for the spectacles of the chili eating contest and a crowd-pleasing Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 pageant. The kind of storybook ending that I couldn't get out of Warren out of his chili competition. Wonder why. I'll send another special shout out to Nurani from Chingado Chili Company in Bangi for his sincere hospitality, and hopefully we see Nur again for more of our food and travel adventures. And speaking of which, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and better yet, subscribe so you don't miss any of these adventures to come. Until then, keep cool but care, and remember, the Empire never ended.